you feel like you're doing nothing? If you clicked on this video, I bet that sometimes you find yourself thinking, I don't do anything. My life is a bit boring. I see a lot of people achieving their goals, doing amazing things, and here I am, watching another episode of How I Met Your Mother. Don't worry, we've all been there. I've been there so many times that I can't even remember. Although that is in fact a great show. Is that how you really want to spend your time? It's okay to do it once in a while, but you won't achieve anything in life by making yourself happy with easy dopamine sources. Let me tell you a little bit of my story. Let's go back to 2015. Unlike many other kids, I only had access to a computer and internet at home when I was around 12 years old. When I got the sweet taste of what the internet was, being able to watch as many videos on YouTube as I wanted, being able to play video games, I got addicted. Just like many other boys, from 2015 to 2020, that's all I did. My daily routine was waking up, going to school, and gaming from the time I got home till the time I went to bed. Sadly, this is the reality for a lot of kids nowadays. Now, we all know what happened in 2020. A massive pandemic spread all over the world. Most schools eventually had to shut down and teach their classes through the internet. As you can imagine, more time at home meant more time on the computer. In the beginning, I became even more addicted to gaming and watching YouTube, until one day, I noticed that a lot of videos about self-improvement were coming up on my homepage. So I decided to take a look at one of them, and then another one, and I never stopped. That right there was the moment my life changed forever. I got so addicted to those videos, to those topics, to everything that had anything to do with self-improvement, that I became a completely different person. I went from being a boy who didn't do anything in life but gaming, to taking morning walks at 6 a.m. while listening to Rich Dad Poor Dad on audiobook. I started exercising at home. I picked up an old notebook I had and started journaling. I even started reading. It got to a point where I would sit and read a book for more than 3 hours non-stop. This is something that I would never in a million years do before this transformation happened. Throughout those COVID years, that's all I did. My life was all about that. Now, I can say that my life is infinitely better than it was, and I never went back to being the person I was. I know a lot of you on that side went through the same thing. If you know what I mean, drop a comment down below. But I also know that a lot of you are still trying to figure it out. I'm also still trying to figure it out. Life is hard. Nobody teaches us this kind of stuff. We have to be strong enough to figure it out by ourselves. Let me tell you something. Right now I'm doing something that I love. This YouTube thing is something that gets me moving, and I love that feeling. And for those of you who are watching this while I'm still a nobody here, I want to thank you for being there. And I want to tell you that I'll get there. I'm trying to help some people on the other side of this screen, and one day I'll get to the top. I know I will. However, this is not the first thing I tried. You see, until this channel was created, until this video that you're watching was created, I did a bunch of other stuff. Let me take you back to 2015 again, when my first YouTube channel was created. I was one of those little kids who did poor quality gaming videos with their friends. I did that for about 2 years, and then I created another one. I did vlogs, I did tags that were famous at the moment, and of course I did gaming. And then I quit again. Moving forward to 2020, my COVID transformation led me to start another YouTube channel. This time I did top 10 videos. After 2 videos, I quit. In 2021, I went to Malta for an internship. I bought a drone and I started making cinematic videos there. Guess what? I quit after 2 videos again. 2022, I decided to do something different. I started selling tote bags on Etsy. I created designs around famous art paintings and printed them through print on demand. After more than 6 months, I had made exactly 3 sales. So I shut down the store. Which brings us to September 2023, the beginning of Better Me, the moment I started doing something that I actually liked. There's a way of knowing if you truly like what you're doing. I'll use my example once more. When I started the channel, I was working 60-hour weeks at my job. But, in reality, I was working way more. Because when I wasn't working, I was editing. I would wake up early to work before going to work, and I would work after work when I got home. Pretty much all of my free time was dedicated to this. And it still is. This is how you know you're doing something you like. When you're tired, but you don't want to stop. And believe me, I won't stop. The purpose of this video is to tell you this. Get moving. You won't find something that you enjoy doing and want to do for the rest of your life unless you move your ass. Yes, some people have a passion since they were kids, like becoming an actor, for example. But that's not the reality for most people. So, if you want to find it, you have to do something. Pick something and do it. If you don't like it, that's fine. Move on to something else. Here's a tip. It might not be something as specific as becoming a video editor, for example. Throughout all these years of experimenting, I came to a conclusion about myself. I started thinking back to when I was a kid, to my childhood, when playing football outside on the streets was still a thing, and I realized something. I love creating things. When I was younger, during summer break, I would go outside and try to build stuff with wood. There was this one time when I tried to build a scooter with just wood, a hammer, and some nails. Thinking back to those times and thinking back to all the things I did throughout my life, it's all about creating something. I'm fascinated about creating something from scratch and see how it comes out. And now, here I am, creating this video for anyone that might find this helpful in some way while having the time of my life. So that's the message of this video. Try and try and try a few more times until you eventually find it. And please, when you do find it, don't let it go. The last video I made might also have some helpful tips for you guys. If the stuff I said in this video made any sense to you, you might like this one as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.